So it's dependent if McTominay is sold, if Fred is sold, and Maguire is sold, which will determine if we get these two players that are keen for 10. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to United Facts TV 876. It's your boy Tajay Brian, and I'm here with some transfer news as well as some more updates regarding what's going on with Manchester United. So before we proceed, you know what to do at this time. Like the video, share it with a friend, and most of all, subscribe so that anytime we post, you will be notified. Let's get straight into the meat of the matter. Okay, everybody, so let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to discuss some news that came in by Fabrizio Romano earlier on. Alright, so it says Manchester United have new rounds of talks scheduled over 4 deals. So these 4 deals are Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay with West Ham. So we get more into detail as the video go along about that. Now, Donny van de Beek loan move with Real Sociedad. Interesting, isn't it? Fred transfer with several clubs keen, right? And Sofian Amrabat and is this Todibo remain among top targets to be signed by Ten Hag later on in the window. Now, let us speak firstly about Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay's possible move to West Ham. Now, first of which, West Ham, as reported by Romano, said that they will offer Manchester United a package of £60 million, right, for both Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay respectively. Now, people, tell me what you think about this package deal offered by West Ham. Is it sufficient enough for the two players, or do you think that the evaluation is too high or too low? Personally, I believe that this is a bargain for two players that I think will not take the team to the next level, under Eric Ten Hag. I believe that it's time for these players to move on, to other clubs where their abilities will be helpful to those teams. However, even though West Ham offered this package deal, it also was reported later by Romano that West Ham rejected 30 million for Manchester United rejected 30 million bid for Scott McTominay. I'm not sure if Man United evaluate the player as well. Clearly they value him more than 30 million. But quite frankly, I believe they should take this because knowing Manchester United, I don't think they are capable enough to negotiate a much bigger fee for Scott McTominay. But let's see what will happen as the days go by, if they will come to some compromise as it regards to Scott McTominay in that package deal that was offered. Now let's move along. Alright, so the next one we're going to discuss is the fact that Donny van de Beek will possibly go on loan to Real Sociedad. Now, earlier on, it has been said, same by Fabrizio Romano, that, Donny van de Beek possibly will be leaving Manchester United on a permanent deal to this same club. So I'm not quite sure as to what changes transpired as to why it is now a loan deal. Possibly Ten Hag wants to evaluate Donny van de Beek some more on a loan move to see whether or not he still can be a player for the club. Possibly he's thinking that, if Ericsson leaves, Donny van de Beek will be that guy for the future if Ten Hag decides to keep him. But let's see what happens. But before it was going to be a sale by, Real Sociedad, they were going to offer us some money for Van de Beek, but it seems as though that may not be the case. So let's see what will transpire. Now, we've heard over the weeks that, Fred, yes, is linked to a move away from United. So we're not quite sure as to who is the preferred bidder by Manchester United for Fred, and we have not also heard about any personal terms agreed by Fred with any of these clubs. So we know that Fulham is interested, Galatasaray is interested, and various other smaller Premier League teams are interested. But let's see what will happen as the days or weeks go by. Now, let me just interject. Yes, we spoke about possibly 4 deals, which I soon get into the other 2 names that we mentioned earlier. But Romano also released that Manchester United are making progress in talks to extend Fecundo's Pellistri, his contract, which expires 2024. Now, I believe, yes, they should extend this player and they probably should give him a chance in the future. Him and Amad Diallo look very promising for the future of Manchester United. Now, I believe that the loan move possibly that will come through for Pellistri is 20. This looks like a Dutch league team. They're interested to loan him until next season. So let's see what comes through as it relates to that loan move, and let's hope that United can extend Pellistri's contract. Now, let's also talk about that the deal regarding Todibo from Nice and Sofyan Amrabat. Now, it says here, firstly, we'll talk about Todibo. Manchester United had contacts to be informed on the conditions of is this John Clare Todibo deal. So no bids or talks at this time, as the option could only be activated if Harry Maguire leaves. So this deal is dependent on the sale of Harry Maguire. This is the Nice defender Todibo. So let's see what will happen as the weeks go by. I mean, there are about weeks. There's a few days left in the transfer window. I believe, well, yes, weeks. Probably 3 weeks or so left. Let's see what happens. Let's hope Maguire is sold. No disrespect to him, but let's hope he's sold. And I don't really know much about this defender, but if Ten Hag is confident in getting this defender, get him, right? So yes, let's see what happens in the coming days. Now, to also go back over the Sofyan Amrabat saga thus far, we all know that Amrabat has agreed personal terms with Manchester United. Now, we need to see what will happen regarding the fee that we will offer, and also getting Sofyan Amrabat and Todibo is dependent on sales. So it's dependent if McTominay is sold, if Fred is sold, and Maguire is sold, which will determine if we get these 2 players that are keen for Ten Hag for next season. So yes, I believe that is the latest update thus far. If there are any more updates, we will surely bring the news to you guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And see you in the next one.